So I'm here with my client, Ben. Since incorporating our local launch playbook, he's added $33,000 in new revenue and just had his best month in business yet. Ben, how's it going today?
I'm great. How are you, Josh?
I'm doing excellent. Thank you for asking. So yeah, we've made some major jumps since running your first Instagram ad. How have things changed for you and your business?
Definitely just have had a more streamlined approach to getting new clients. Before I was having a bunch of local events. There was a lot more kind of time invested. And this has kind of just been a nice way to attract new leads, to get more followers. And there was definitely some work that went into putting it together, but it's largely been able to kind of happen in the background for me.
Awesome. Cool deal. What made you want to start marketing through Instagram and really building a presence there for your business?
I'd done a bunch of local marketing and I still enjoy doing that. I like getting in front of people in person, but I know that there's a ton of people online that I was probably missing by not getting in front of them as well. I was running some Google ads and honestly, I've just seen limited results from that thus far and figured why not try to get in front of where I know a lot of people are spending a lot of their free time, which is on social media.
Yeah, and that's part of the thing. Like a lot of people are scrolling nowadays and we talk with people who they're not quite into Instagram themselves. So they have the assumption that Instagram is not where their clients are spending their time. But what is your experience with seeing your clients on Instagram and being able to generate leads and sales through Instagram?
Oh, people are on Instagram for sure. One of those things that a lot of people just spend whatever kind of random downtime they have, just kind of briefly looking through the app. So I definitely think there's a lot of people on there, a lot of people using it frequently.
What would you say from the whole process that we've implemented into your business? Which part of the local launch playbook do you think has been the most impactful for you?
Honestly, I think just building out like a system. It's not just the ad itself, but it's all the follow-up that happens after the ad. And building out, a playbook is a great name for it because it really is kind of following specific steps to reach out to people, to follow up with people, and to hopefully kind of capture them and bring them from being a lead to actually being a client.
Yeah, and that's kind of one of the things is a lot of people think it's just the ad. They think it's just the content, but the ad is just kind of like surface level. It's like the tip of the iceberg, so to say. And I don't want to skip over this at all. Ben has been one of our clients who has implemented the process, like play for play, tracked his metrics, followed up with his leads, and he's seen the success from it. We don't hear from him quite as much anymore because he's been so busy. So yeah, man, I remember when you first came in, when we launched your ad, in the first week, you landed 2 new clients. And I think it was like over $5,000 in new revenue, just quick off the bat like that. I was like, this dude's going to crush it. What were your thoughts when that initially happened?
It was definitely great to receive that immediate feedback from the ad. I definitely thought it was going to take a little bit more of like an on-ramp, a little bit more of a build-out time. But immediately kind of attracted a few very hot leads and we were able to close on them. So definitely that was, I think, part of what inspired me to really stick with it and stay on top of it. It helped to get that immediate kind of positive reinforcement for sure.
We got an assistant in to help you with everything that you had going on with your systems and stuff. How has that impacted your time? Because it takes time to implement a marketing system, but then once you can delegate it, it becomes a lot more streamlined. So how have things been since we've helped you get that assistant?
That's been a lifesaver, honestly. The first few weeks, just kind of running everything myself. I probably had never kind of worked so hard outside of my normal work hours. During growth stages, that's normal, but I was very happy to bring some help in, especially to handle some of the tasks that are definitely important, especially some like the tracking stuff, but the tasks that are maybe a little bit less exciting. It's been super worthwhile. I cannot imagine still reaching out to all the leads and doing all that stuff myself.
Yeah. And you were crushing it doing it yourself, but I know that takes a lot of time and stuff. Did you see, once you got a virtual assistant in there to handle the DMs, did you see that impact your results at all? Because some clients, they can crush it themselves. Some clients, they need that assistant in there. And then once they get that assistant in there, it's a big needle mover because that's their just core responsibility is handling the marketing system. What kind of a difference did you see before and after in terms of the results?
Definitely in terms of staying on top of like the reaching back out to people, they were a lot better at that. I didn't really have a good system in place myself for kind of going back through previous leads or people who had kind of fallen off the wagon. Definitely, also a lot kind of quicker time to reach the leads. Whereas if I was working with clients all day, if someone reached out, if a lead reached out to me, I wasn't always able to immediately get to that lead. And the speed to lead is definitely very important in the sales process. If someone's interested in something, the quicker you can kind of start to address that concern, address that need, the more likely they are to move forward. So that's definitely been helpful.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about the fact that this is it's a system. It's not just running an ad. It's not just posting content. A lot of people will run ads themselves and they'll get a bit discouraged because they didn't think that they got the results. But they're not focused on the entire system and everything on the back end. How paramount to the process do you feel like it is to have an actual strategy and everything built around the ad, not just the ad itself?
Oh, I mean, the ad would not be working without the strategy behind it. Yes, it would probably get you in front of people. Yes, it would probably get you some attention and new followers. But without knowing what to do with them and without having that kind of specific system or playbook to follow, I mean, it would be playing a guessing game. I mean, you'd be throwing money to the wind and hoping it sticks somewhere. I've ran ads previously and did not really have a system in place to follow up with leads and stuff that the ad generated, and definitely saw not great results from those previous ads.
And that's why KPIs can be so important too. Like I'll talk with business owners and they'll be like, they don't know any of their metrics. I'm like, how do you know if your marketing's working? But that's one thing that Ben has been very dialed in on, is tracking his metrics, knowing how much it costs him to acquire a customer, knowing his return on ad spend so that we can make data-backed decisions. How many booked calls is he getting? How many consultations is he getting? That allows us to really see the metrics. Introduce us to the dog, man. What's the
This is Bunny. She's a Velcro dog, Irish setter.
There we go. Yeah, I mean, if you guys go take a look at Ben's content, you'll see a few cameos there with the... Yeah, we talked a little bit about Google. How would you compare Google and Instagram?
I mean, again, I think more people are spending time on Instagram, and it's also a better way to kind of guarantee like more kind of local people with the ad that we're running. Google, I mean, I think it has helped me in terms of like making my website more findable, running the ad. Like I'm more likely to be on the first page. But again, really, it hasn't generated a ton of like really hot leads for me. Honestly, I just mostly get a lot of wrong number calls from people who are looking for all kinds of different services, not just my own. So it's a little bit less direct. It's a little bit less targeted of marketing, at least that I found.
Yeah, and people can get to know you better on Instagram. It's a visual platform. So like when I land on your page, you're really great with posting consistent content and letting people get to know you. So if I land on your Google, I can only get so much information, but if I land on your website, if I land on your Instagram, like I feel like I can get to know Ben off the bat. I can get to build trust with him. And that is like a huge difference maker in terms of the quality of leads and the trust that you're able to build with them. So yeah, man, you've been crushing it. Leads coming in left and right, sales coming in. We're hitting record breaking months now. What's next for Ben PT? Like, what do you have in the vision for the future?
Yeah, I mean, next up, I want to bring more people onto my team. So bringing more providers, being able to actually follow up with some of these leads and actually be able to kind of treat all the people who are interested. As of right now, my schedule is, I mean, week in, week out, we're about 90% full depending on the week. So running out of spaces to put people. So bringing some help in and hoping to be able to help more people in the future.
So to wrap things up, man, what would you tell a business owner who's watching this, who doesn't have any marketing in place and is probably a little nervous about making that jump to start growing their business? What a bit of advice would you give to them?
At least in my experience, there's no kind of better systems out there. I mean, you really receive all the training you need. You receive all the guidance you need. Yes, it is a lot of work. It's not just kind of putting money in and getting money out. It takes a lot of effort and a lot of organization and a lot of follow-up. But definitely, I mean, the hard work pays off. And it's something that's been, I mean, I can't imagine kind of stopping the process now that I've started it. It's paramount to my business at this point.
I appreciate all the kind words, and it's been a pleasure. Thank you for implementing the process like to a T, because that's what we need from our team. Is we need people who will take the steps that we put in front of them and will actually execute on them. I don't know what it is about physical therapists, but we've got you, and we've also got Chad in right now, who has just been same thing, crushing it. So you guys seem to be a different breed. So if you want a system that will bring you new leads every single day so that you can finally grow your business predictably, then click the link below and schedule a call in with our team, where we'll break down how the strategy would look for your business and deliver you a ton of value as to how you can scale here locally. So anyways, hope you got some value from this. Have a great rest of you guys' day. Look forward to seeing you.